welcome to my channel. You're watching movie and TV reviews hosted by me, Mary Lene. So for all my couch potatoes and bed watchers who love binge watching movies and TV shows, this is the show for you. And today we have a very special guest, my dad, fellow cinephile who loves movies and loves Spike Lee joints. And if you haven't guessed, today we're going to be reviewing the Grand Prix winner at the Cannes Film Festival, Blackkklansman, which was released August 10th, 2018.
White power! Black power!
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us, Stalworth brothers. We're on a roll, baby.
So Blackkklansman, like I said, was released August 10th, 2018, directed by Spike Lee, based on the book Blackkklansman, written by Ron Stalworth. So for any of you who didn't guess it, there will be spoilers in this, so I will put the time code so you can get straight to what we rate this film. So if you don't want any spoilers, if you haven't seen it, please just skip over to when we give our rating for this. We have an action-packed cast: John David Washington, we have Adam Driver, Laura Harrier, and then we also have Topher Grace. So Dad, as we know, Spike Lee is not afraid to be controversial. So before you went to go see Blackkklansman, what were some of your expectations, knowing how Spike Lee films his movies?
Just with the title being Blackkklansman, I knew it was going to have something to do with the race relationship. Having a little understanding about what the movie was about before I saw it, I knew it was going to be, race was going to be right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I think that people in America, and I don't say people in America, most people in America don't want to talk about race because they're embarrassed. It's like if you did something you weren't supposed to do, but you just want to be forgiven for it.
So you think that many people would not see this film because it would be like throwing race in their face?
Oh, absolutely. And if you go see this movie, it's going to throw race in your face. But not just black and white, it's going to throw the Jewish aspect of it. Because there's a character in it who's Jewish who didn't want to be identified as a Jewish police officer.
In this review, we're going to tackle 3 different tiers of this review: cinematography, the plot and premise, and we're going to talk about the acting and the storyline. Get into cinematography of this film. As we know, Spike Lee has, certain characteristics of his films where it's a Spike Lee joint. One of my favorite things Spike Lee does is the tension tilt, which creates tension in the film. You can see it in what is the film, Do the Right Thing, when they're storming into Sal's. I'll show you guys a clip of what I mean. The most extraordinary thing that I saw was during a speech in the beginning of the film. Spike Lee does a montage of black faces. So the speaker is giving a powerful speech about how black people are beautiful and how they should embrace themselves. No, the first one with a BSU, when the first place where when they're talking about it, and he's saying how black skin is beautiful. I love that because he's showing different kinds of black people. It's like, and it makes it so much more emotional. And I wish I could give you guys a clip of it. Very, very true. It made me feel like I could be one of those black faces.
At the same time, and if you go see a Spike Lee film, without a doubt, at some point doing his film, I don't care what film it is from, she's got to have it to Do the Right Thing. There's always something about black identification. Mm-hmm. And so when you're watching that one particular scene where they show each time they're showing the different faces of everybody in the audience, they're isolating everybody around, so you're just seeing that particular person's face.
Right.
And you're listening to the words of the speakers saying how powerful and how inspirational we should be together. You zoom in on those faces and you're saying, hey, he looks like me, or I've seen that person before. Mm-hmm. And we do, as black people, all look alike.
The montage of faces was definitely something that I love seeing the most. Spike Lee does this thing where when it's something significant, he'll have like a freeze frame of an object and have the scene continuing. So when Ron first got his KKK card, it was like a freeze frame of the card while you can still hear the motion of the other scenes going on. And it just isolates to show you that this is important. This is what the movie is based around. This is what, you know, we're here for.
And one of the hardest things that a director has to do is to have the audience, have the viewer feel as though he's identified with a certain character. Each character has that opportunity. There's a scene where Flip is given a gun, and he looks at the gun, and you can see the gun from his point of view, and he's like, I always have this with me. There's a scene where the KKK are target practicing. The whole scene, they're shooting at a target, but you're looking at the scene from the target's point of view. And then Ron comes and takes pictures of whatever the target, and his facial expression tells you something's really wrong with this target. And as he goes and he comes toward the target, you see it from the behind the target, and you see it as an outlet of black people. There's a scene that, for no reason, Spike Lee just shows this tranquil, wooded area.
I feel like, I don't know if this is how you feel, but I feel like that scene was like a break. Like, the whole film is just, you know, race, you know, violence, you know, stuff. And then when him and Laura are walking in this wood, it's just like, I don't know, I felt relaxed and I felt safe. I don't know if you got that, but I was like you could take a breath and like, it's not all...
A pause.
Yeah, pause, like, you're okay. And he's with this woman who they're trying to fight activism. And then that one part, it's not all about, BSU this, you know, KKK. It's about, they're talking about movies. They're talking about, they're being normal people.
And it's sort of like a place where I just thought that's just to bring that into the picture. It was a lot of dramatic stuff that went on, and there was a point like you go, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate that, because he's like, all right, I'm going to throw all this at you, and now let me give you a break so you can collect yourself and get ready.
Let Mother Nature get you ready for the next scene.
For what's happening. We could talk about the dolly shot. I know that's your favorite shot.
I always, you know, I thought it was hokey the first time. So I'm like, well, why is he doing this? The character is rolling on a dolly, and he's contemplating what's going on. There's no verbiage going on, but you're seeing everything going on around him, and he's oblivious to everything else. Yeah, I've been in those situations.
Focused.
He's focused, so now you're focused on it.
Right.
If it had been flipped, and he'd have been walking and past stuff, and you'd have saw the things behind him, because I catch myself sometimes looking at stuff in the foreground, in the background, but because you only can see him chest up, you have to concentrate on his facial expression.
Right.
So I thought that level of cinematography was very Spike Lee. That's like my Spike Lee thing right there.
Right.
It's not a movie.
Unless it has
Since Malcolm, I say, you gotta have that part where he isolates him.
In Blackkklansman, that particular scene was very dramatic and intense because, you know, they had just defeated, you know, the Klansmen and everything, and then you hear this knock on the door, like, and they know what it is. They have an idea. Even his girl has an idea, and it's just them two with the gun, just ready to protect themselves. And then we see the cross burning, and we're like, it's not over.
And they start talking about their future, and like, we could do this, we could do that, and then there's a knock at the door, and they quickly go back to arming themselves, protecting themselves, and that's the scene where I tell you, when you look through the glass, you see the cross burning from the point of view he sees.
And that scene, I felt like it was me. I felt like it was me watching it. I was like, that scene was just like, whoa. I also think what's powerful in this film is the speeches that are given. Harry Belafonte giving his speech, the first speech in the film. It just like their context and their you know, their etiquette and everything in that. And as Harry Belafonte's speech is going on, you have the Ku Klux Klan conference going on. So you have both sides getting ready, like motivating each side.
Well, both sides are motivating their people into unification. You got the Klan saying white power, and you got the black saying black power.
Right.
Like, you got the yin and the yang, you got two. And somehow, some way, we have to dissolve this conflict.
So we went deep into the cinematography, of course, because that's one of our favorite parts. But right now we're going to get into the acting and the storyline of this film. The person who played Ron Stalworth, what's his name? John David Washington. I think he was very good. I think his accent, like his dialect, like where was Cleveland, right? Ohio, and that was
Denver, Colorado.
Oh yeah, okay, Denver, Colorado. His accent was very, very good.
For the longest, he was the second black man in the character. Second black character in the show. Mm-hmm. The first one was my man from The Wire, who we never explained
who he is.
Who he was.
Yeah, he was just there. The white police officer, he couldn't say, "Are you gonna be okay with them calling you a nigger?" It's the black man does it. So they used him to have that.
They beat around the bush for a little bit. Said, "Hey, can you handle it? Can you handle it? Can you handle it?"
And then Ron was like, "What exactly do you need?" And so the other guy is like, "How would you, react to somebody calling you a nigger?"
And he actually yells, "What you gonna do if somebody call you a nigger?" It was like.
And the white guy was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, he was like, "I didn't want to say all that."
Can I curse?
Yeah, that's fine.
But Ron's character, when he heard that, think about it. We talked about where he's from. We talked about his language. He was shocked. He was like, and then we found out later on that he didn't realize that they were more so talking about. He told him that the sergeant, the police commissioner was going to be his Branch Rickey. Branch Rickey sheltered, fought for Jackie Robinson to still be in the league. So at some point, he let him know that it's not just going to be people who you're going to be going against. It's going to be people who are supposed to be on your side.
Right.
Just going to be like he ran into police officers who were racist. I don't know who the dude is who played the police sergeant, but I think he had one of the most pivotal roles as far as the development of Ron.
Even in the end, when the head police officer was like, "Get rid of everything," the police sergeant was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, are you serious?" And he was for everything that they were doing, but he was all for it. And you're right, and he even tried to educate Ron, saying that you're being naive about if you think that this isn't how people are going to be.
And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Well, today in our age, there's a lot of people who are not black who see injustice. The woman who died in Charlottesville, she died for going against white supremacy. And she wasn't even a victim of white supremacy. She was a white woman who died. Who
saw the oppression and was like, "We gotta stop it."
The abolitionists who helped push the anti-slavery movement, they weren't black, they were white.
Right.
And so that's one of the things that I think that was significant about this movie. That's just me. I think it was significant that a non-black person was more knowledgeable about the problem than the black guy.
Alright guys, we're going to give this film our rate. First we're going to start with the cinematography. Dad, what would you give the cinematography in this film?
7.
A 7? A strong 7. Why do you give it a 7?
7.8.
7.
No, I just, alright, 8.
An 8? I'd give it an 8 too. I think the cinematography was definitely, it was a Spike Lee cinematography. Like, you could tell this was his film. I would give it an 8 too.
What about plot?
Plots. I like the story. I really like the story. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. The story was very good.
Like I said, there was some holes in the plot.
There was some holes, definitely. That's why it's not a whole 9. I give it 8.5.
So I give it a 7.
7. Okay, let's talk about acting.
Across the board, all actors being actors. The Klansmen, they convinced me. Except for the bumbling idiot.
Yeah, the fat one.
Yeah, but the rest, like the rest of them dudes, I believe them.
Right.
If I saw them walking down the street right now, I would cross the street because I was like, yo, they Klansmen.
They Klan. I
would give the acting an 8.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything too. They didn't have like any tearjerker, like, so I'd say it was an 8, good 8. Now we can rate it as a whole. What would you give this as a whole?
But I hate giving movies a number, a numerical. I would give it as, should you go see it or not go see it? And it's highly on my list of, you should go see it.
I agree with that. It's definitely, you should go see it. So guys, if you have not seen Blackkklansman, you need to go to your nearest movie theaters and go watch it, because It is definitely a must-see film. But if you're somebody who doesn't want to go see it, thank you for watching this review, and I hope we gave you a little bit more insight on our feelings about it and our feelings about the race issue that was talked about in this film. So please like, subscribe, share, comment what you feel. If you've seen Blackkklansman, tell us how you felt about it. Tell us your opinions about our opinions. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you Monday.